Let's face it, lately, it feels like every game reveal is either a sequel, a reboot, or a remake of something we played a decade ago. But believe it or not, original ideas are still out there. You just have to dig a bit deeper, and that's where we come in. And no, this isn't a review or endorsement. We're not sponsored. We're just excited by what we've seen so far. Because sometimes, it's okay to just be hyped about video games again. So here's what we're doing today, spotlighting upcoming games that are all about originality. No remakes, no sequels, just new stuff. That means yes, we're skipping GTA 6 this time. We're excited for that too, but this list is for the newcomers. Alright, let's jump into it. Phantom Blade Zero. This martial arts action game looks intense, fast-paced, brutal, and cinematic. If you've seen the trailers, you know what we mean. It's got style and aggression in equal measure. The game is set in a dark, wuxia-inspired world, and while the devs are relatively unknown, Sony's backing the project. That's a good sign. The most recent trailer is just pure gameplay, no fluff, and it looks smooth, stylish, and satisfying. We got hands-on with a preview version at Summer Game Fest last year, and the combat felt great. Lots of weapon options, flashes special moves, and enough depth to keep you thinking mid-fight. It's not an open world, but areas are interconnected, with paths unlocking as you progress. All in all, it's shaping up to be something special. Expect it in 2025. Steel Hunters. Mech games are making a comeback, and Steel Hunters is one of the most promising. It's a free-to-play extraction shooter where you and a teammate enter a massive map, fight AI enemies, collect resources, and battle other players doing the same. Now yeah, free-to-play extraction shooter might raise an eyebrow or two, but this one looks fun. The mechs are a great blend of heavy and agile, and the map design has potential. Even if you just play PvE, it looks satisfying. It's being developed by the same studio behind World of Tanks, so we are expecting heavy monetization. Still, if they balance it right, this could be a great time for mech fans. Hell Is Us. Here's one that breaks the mold. Hell Is Us looks like it might be a Souls-like, but not the kind you're used to. It trades dark fantasy for a modern, almost sci-fi aesthetic, more in the realm of Death Stranding or Control than Dark Souls. The world feels eerie and alien, and while the combat includes melee weapons and monstrous enemies, what stands out most is the focus on exploration. It's not just about fighting, it's about discovering strange places and feeling like you've wandered somewhere you probably shouldn't be. It's releasing September 4th, 2025, from developer Rogue Factor. This could be the studio's breakout title if it delivers on what it's hinting at. Tides of Annihilation. This one goes big. Tides of Annihilation blends high-speed combat, cinematic presentation, and massive boss fights in a post-apocalyptic version of London. It's got shades of Nier Automata, but also Shadow of the Colossus, thanks to towering enemies you actually climb and dismantle. You also command up to 10 knight-like allies in battle, mixing strategy with action. Visually, it leans into modern Arthurian legend, which gives it a distinct identity. No release date yet, but it was revealed during a PlayStation event and will launch across platforms. Definitely one to watch. Stora Parkour Pro. Not a horror game, despite the name, but a full-blown parkour sim. Set in a sandbox version of London, this indie project aims to deliver satisfying movement mechanics above all else. It mixes motion capture and physics to create realistic, fluid movement that still feels playful. Think Mirror's Edge with some ragdoll energy. There's story mode, multiplayer, and a whole city to explore. It's not super polished, but the ambition is there. Due out in Q1 2025. Chronos, or The New Dawn. From the developers at Bloober Team, this is a survival horror game that's weird in the best way. You play as a bizarre bobble-headed character traveling through a ruined future, jumping through time to rescue people from the past. It's creepy, visually striking, and more action-focused than some of Bloober's previous titles. Think Resident Evil for mixed with heavy Eastern European brutalist design. Combat is third-person shooter style, with resource management and some truly unsettling enemy designs. After the Silent Hill 2 remake, we're curious to see how Bloober pushes their horror game design even further. La Quimera. Old-school single-player FPS games are rare these days, but that's exactly what La Quimera is aiming to be. Developed by the Ukraine-based branch of the Metro developers, this shooter takes place in a futuristic version of Latin America, a setting we don't see often. Gunplay looks tight, weapons have a strong visual kick, and the environment design gives it a unique cyberpunk flavor. You can play solo or co-op, and the tone feels like a gritty sci-fi action flick. One to keep on your radar. Clockwork Revolution. If you've been missing the BioShock vibe, Clockwork Revolution might be what you're looking for. Made by Insula, this game combines steampunk aesthetics with time manipulation mechanics. You'll travel back to key moments in the timeline and influence how the world evolves, shifting the present based on past choices. We don't know how deep the system goes, but knowing Insula's reputation for branching RPGs, it could get very interesting. It's unclear whether this will be more linear or fully reactive, but the potential here is huge. Visually, it's stunning, and the world design is loaded with personality. Reanimal. From the creators of Little Nightmares, this eerie co-op horror game brings even darker, more surreal environments and twisted monsters. No release date yet, but it's high on our radar. Project Century. A gritty new title from the Yakuza devs, set in 1915 Japan. Brutal combat, stunning world design, it's mysterious, but looks amazing. That wraps up our list. Let us know if any of these stood out to you, or if there's something we missed that you're hyped about. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.